Hey, Russell. Drone shots, how you doing? Yeah, a little bit early. I was just sitting here counting the time down, but I thought, what the hell, I might as well start it up. Don't boner, you feeling any better? Just got done cleaning the carpeting out in the other room. Um, I fed Boone his dinner and he threw up. So yeah, trying to get the right mix of food and it wasn't the same kind as I'd gotten before. So we'll see. Oh, so anyway. Well, drone shots, explain that to me, buddy. Alexa, in Michigan, when do we set our clocks forward for spring?
From RB.com. On the second Sunday of March each year, shortly before the spring equinox, clocks are set forward 1 hour at 2 a.m.
So it's Sunday, okay. Okay. Hello, Joe.
Why you on already?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, why you on early?
I can't hear you. You're muted or something.
I'm not muted. You should be hearing me.
Waypoint, can you hear Joe? Say something, Joe, and let's see if they can hear you.
Can y'all hear me? Everything's on. It says I'm muted. I don't know why. I'll get out and come. Let me see. I should not be mute. He said he could hear me. Can you hear me? Must be Paul pressing buttons.
Gitchy, you can hear Joe? Say something to Gitchy, Joe.
She could hear me. She said she could hear me.
Can you hear me all right, drone shots?
I could hear you.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I know
You
what
got
it
something
is.
turned up. Your speaker turned off.
Say something, Joe.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Yeah, your speaker turned
I
off.
blew a fuse earlier, and my speakers here are it must be in that fuse.
Yep. You're lucky. That's all you did. All the wires you got hooked up down there.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
No, Ed,
You don't have any shooting to do tonight?
tomorrow. I just got back from the vet.
How'd that go?
$120.
What was the matter with his eye?
He's got pink eye. Pink eye in both eyes. I told
Wow.
him, quit sniffing his girlfriend's ass. The vet fell out when I said that. As I told you, get your face away from her ass.
I didn't
That's
know
funny.
I didn't know dogs could get pink eyes. That's funny.
I didn't
They
either.
can. Yeah, there's a little bottle about this freaking big. Well, the worst part about it, just the test was $50 to make sure he didn't have an ulcer because they couldn't give him a steroid.
Wow.
$50 to put 2 drops in his eye. And then they give me the drops to put in his
Does he
eye.
seem to be doing better now?
Well, I don't know. He went to the comprehensive day, got his blood work, got his fecal, got everything done. And he's perfect bill of health otherwise.
Okay.
You know, they say he's perfect other than that, right? He got a couple shots today that he was due. So he wound up getting 2 shots, blood work, all of that. And they give me the stuff to put in his eye. You should have seen that. I laid him back and I got it above his eye and he knows I got it. And he's looking at me and every time I go to drop a drop, he turns his head. So I said, dude, I'm gonna stay here all day with you. And he turned around and I dropped the drop in his eye. He just goes like this. And then I had to get 2 in each eye at least 2 to 3 times a day.
Wow.
And it's an antibiotic steroid. But it cost me 19 for his toenails, 50 for the test. So you figure you got another $50 in there. That was for the meds.
They charge you to cut the nails?
19
yeah.
bucks.
Oh wow.
Drone Shot says he told you it was pink eye.
Yeah, I knew it too. I knew that's what it was. But I had stuff in the back for me for pink eye. It's brand new almost. And it wasn't mine. It was my son's. He had pink eye because he got his face next to somebody's ass. Told him that too. When he said, I got pink eye, man. I said, well, you're on the wrong side. That you were looking on the wrong side, you know? But I got the stuff and I was gonna put it in his eye, but I thought about it and I said, no, I don't know if this would hurt him. So I'm not gonna do it. And the vet looked at me and she goes, It would probably work. She goes, because there's nothing in there that would hurt him. But I want to give him a steroid that'll make it go faster. I said,
Sure.
what makes sense? Let's go. Do it. Do it to it. So it's the same credit card I use it for my photography that I pay it on. So I just came home when I got mad and paid an extra $100 and something on it. Yeah, so it's like, I'll get it paid off one day. I'm just glad that I get points back on it, so my interest offsets almost.
Yeah.
Instead of me paying like $40 interest a month on it, by the time I get my money back and everything, I'm paying about $13 interest. I can
Okay.
live with that, you know? But he got all his exams done. They said he's probably the best bill of health of anyone that came in today. And the vet's known him since he was little, you know?
Hello, Brenda.
Oh, nice.
Brenda. Jody,
Gitchy's
Brenda,
here.
brother Ken, Russell, Brian, 204.
Gitchy. Yeah.
Hey, Gitchy, my dear. I need to send you a rose.
Hello to everyone.
Yep. Ed says hi to everybody too. So how are you doing today, Ed?
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, Bone threw up after he ate dinner tonight, so I don't know what that's all about, but
What food did you give him?
I gave him the different food
What's
because
the
I ran
different
out of
food?
the two cans that I was using. I ran out of those, and he ate those up fine, didn't have any problems. And so I got the pro version, and I used that, and I haven't cut into that other stack that I got from Sam's Club yet.
So the new stuff isn't what he threw up with.
No.
In other words, but what's the pro version? That was what would you get that one from?
Yeah, sure.
That's-
I got that as from the people.
Almost slipped. I think I know which one. I think he's the one he threw up on, the one that's supposed to be for his stomach. So it made him throw up. Ah.
This is what I was feeding him for the last few days. I'd give him like a third of a can with each meal.
Right.
I've got two of these.
Veterinary propane. And
Yeah.
what's it say on the bottom? What's the EN for?
Gastronomic.
Okay, so what it did is it's supposed to help your stomach and it hurt his stomach.
Yep.
How much did you give him? The same thing?
Yeah,
The
well, the
third?
thing of it is this is that way. The other one was like bigger chunks with the gravy in it. This doesn't have any
Yeah.
gravy.
Well, it's just the difference. What you should do is when you switch in dog food, but you can't do it that way because you got you out of the other one. You should kind of blend them, but you're just gonna have to give them. I'd give them about half as much next time,
Yeah.
just to see.
Well, I held it down like this, and he is licking in there. So should I put
Yeah.
a little bit in his bowl and see what he does?
When you feed them,
Well, he threw the whole thing up, man. It was a big plot right next to the.
well, the thing is, if you give him some of that, he may throw it up again. You know, it may be that dog food that is
Yeah.
doing it to him. I thought you were gonna taste it. I was gonna like that.
Hello, Dominic.
Give him a
Good
little.
evening.
Give him a little fingerful, huh?
Yeah,
Good evening,
then
Ed.
leave
Good
him a
evening,
couple
Paul.
minutes,
Good
see what he
evening,
does.
Paul.
You don't give them much more.
Cause what
Hey,
I
Dominic.
normally do, what I've been doing is I take this and I mix it with some kibble
Yeah.
and then mix it together and put it in his dish, you know?
Yeah. Make sure you put that in the refrigerator. Go wash your hands.
This worked fine.
Well, take a little bit and see how it tastes. Let us know.
Yeah, have some. Test it.
No, you know what? If we wouldn't have said anything, you go get a Boston cream and he said, "What the hell does it taste like this for?"
Yeah.
It smells like dog food. He gonna make a mistake and lick his finger, and we're gonna clip it.
Oh shit.
Does that mean you're gonna clip my toenails too?
Yeah.
No,
Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right. It suddenly got warm again.
Oh, really? How warm is it?
It's going to be 30 degrees C after being 18 yesterday. It's all over the place at the moment.
so I placed that order last night, right, on those posters. 13 posters, and I said I'm gonna do it business. I've been telling them. I'll give them a warning. Everything else, I'm gonna go ahead now, and I'm gonna change it, and I'm changing the price because I told them if they didn't order it, they're gonna be individuals, $80 a piece. Somebody today ordered one for $80. They're gonna get stuck with that $15. I'm not gonna be a nice guy all the time. I can't afford losing $5 to $10, $15 on a sale. Joe.
Especially if they're late.
Oh yeah, they knew better. And the coach has been telling them for 3 days, we want to order them Wednesday to hopefully have them back by next Friday. So we'll have them on the fence for our first meet. And I put them in, like I said, I put them in last night. All right, I got a shipping label. So it'll be shipped tomorrow. So I should have it Monday or Tuesday delayed. I could get it Sunday. They actually shipped the UPS this time, so I'll probably get it Monday, Tuesday at the latest. And then I'll just run out there with the twist ties, and me and one of the coaches will put them all up. It'll give me an excuse to go fly some trains or slide them.
Hey Paul, what boat was that you flew today?
It might have been the one he did. It might have been the Coast Guard's icebreaker.
He
The
doesn't
one I
like the
saw.
kibble. He eats right around the kibble and skips that.
Well, he'll eat the kibble if you mix it together good. And what you do is you leave it in the bowl. He'll go back and eat it. You gotta
3 or 4
train
times.
him. Don't let him train you.
Yep.
Mine, Loki does a certain thing here. It's got me kind of pissed off though. Hey, I'm talking about you. Like when I was gone, Mardi Gras, I was gone for 8 hours. I came back. Every freaking one of the dishes, the 3 dishes that I filled up before I left, were dumped over on the floor. I had kibble all over the place. I looked at them. I looked at all 3 of them, and they're looking at me like, "See what we did because you left." I said, "I'm just telling you. Y'all don't pick it up, I ain't giving y'all more food." So I left it on the floor like that, and they ate it. It took them a while to eat it, but they did. They went back and ate it. And I filled it up this morning. I said, "Y'all dump it again? You're gonna do the same thing?" But Loki does it because Cleo gets by the bowl, and her tag will touch the bowl because she's so small, and she gets scared when she hits the kink. She backs off. So Loki walks over there and slaps the bowl and knocks it on the floor for her, so she could eat it off the floor. It's you gotta watch these 3 dogs that work together. What's up, Justin?
Hello.
The worst part about this one that just ordered this poster, I don't remember seeing it. I made it, but I don't remember. Because they had when they ordered it, the picture was there. For some reason, he's not on my list. I guess he's not on my list because he didn't order regular pictures.
It's gonna be a lot of work. Going to get it done.
That'd be an auto save.
He's
Or
eating it
those.
up again.
Yay.
What's he eating? You mixed it again?
I mixed it up with the kibble.
Well, I told you don't give it to him yet. Give him just a little bit of the food and see how that reacted.
Well, I just put a little bit of food in there, mashed it in with the kibble, and he's eating it.
Because if he threw up earlier, he might throw up again. But if you give him a little bit, he can start to tolerate it. You got to do a little bit at a time. Like if you could probably eat a dozen Boston creams and not throw up.
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna go get one. Do you think I should?
Yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead
think
before you wash your hand. Go ahead.
I don't need to wash our hands. All I gotta do is,
Yeah, he washed his hands.
well, that kibble doesn't taste all that bad.
Oh, okay.
But tomorrow when he starts barking, he will be feeling better. You can see Paul get up, walk to the back, pick up his leg, and pee on his Pepsi cans.
Disgusting.
Hey, Dominic, Paul, and Boone are going to be marking everything in the house. That's what Loki and Tino do. Loki will walk over and smell around, and if Tino like hit the edge of the paper, Loki will hit on the outside of the edge of the paper. And then Cleo runs over there and then misses it completely. They all got to overmark each other.
Perfect.
You ought to hear me in the mornings in here. I'll see Cleo go get on the paper, and I'll say, back that ass up. Back that ass up some more, like that. And she'll look at me and back up a little bit. But that's how I've trained her for 8 years, you know?
Oh, look, he did go get one.
Oh, he went and got it.
Yes, good idea.
Well,
When he,
you told me to do it, Joe.
No, I said, I can't wait for you to get the dog food, all of it. It's like, hey, you don't have Vegemite, just spread the dog food on it.
Hey, Paul, is that a Canadian one or American one?
Canadian.
Oh, those are the best.
How'd you get a Canadian one?
They've got an outlet over here in the States next to the bridge.
Oh, okay.
You talking about
Okay.
Tim Horton?
Yep.
Well, I thought you went to Canada to get it.
No.
So if it's a Tim Horton in the United States, it's a United States one.
Yeah.
They didn't charge you 10% extra, right?
Yeah.
There you go. I heard, I sent it to you, Dominic. It's, on YouTube, it was on, Instagram, one-liners, one-line
Mhm.
insults. When you
Yeah.
get a chance, listen to them.
I've seen some really good ones recently.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to write these down and memorize them because they had some real good ones.
Yeah. I'll certainly be doing that. It's always a good comeback.
They had one of them, it was, you have two brain cells, and one of them's trying to assassinate the other.
Mm,
Good evening,
I
Mark.
like that one.
Hello,
But
Mark.
the best one I
Hello,
heard
Mark.
today, the best one I heard today, and I'm going to use it on somebody. I'm going to use it on one of the football players. When they get stupid with me, I'm going to say, man, you're so dumb. You couldn't even pour water out of a boot. if the instructions were on the heel. I love that one.
Hi, Paul, Joe, Dominic.
Yeah.
I guess that was Ed, was it, before?
Yep, Ed's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
here.
that's me.
hmm
Now all the Democrats are putting out clips like they're fighting. They get a script to do every day. And we want them to run the country? Come on, people.
Hey, thinking about it, Trump's going to absolutely cripple Paul.
Oh, I
Tim
got a
Hortons-
notice.
Tim
Got a notice on my
Hortons,
phone saying
Tim
that
Hortons
they
coffee
stopped it
and
until the
Boston
second.
creams at 25% extra.
No, they're in the United States. Not going to do it.
They
If
don't
the
matter.
stores
They're
in the
still
United States, they're
Canadian.
not going to charge them that.
They're still Canadian.
Yeah, but
It's the Canadian
They're not gonna-
company. It's the Canadian company that he's putting the tariff on.
Yeah, but it's not a company
Not the
store, it's a
shop.
franchise store.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because they
yeah,
live
it
in
still wouldn't
America.
surprise me if he did it.
Yeah, but
Apparently,
they
he put
live in
another hold on
America.
it until April 2nd. So
They
Yeah,
they
they're
work and
starting
live in
to talk a
America.
little more because they know if it happens, he's gonna stand there.
Well, I
Hey,
heard the
Dominic, I was
Canadian.
doing that baseball game last night, and I thought we were being invaded by the Canadian Air Force. A whole flock of geese flew over.
Oh no.
And they
Hi,
were
Jody.
they're dropping their little
Richie.
butt bombs too.
Russell,
Well, it didn't come on me. That was good.
Brian,
Hello, Brian.
Brenda. Yeah, I was listening to the Canadian Premier's speech back, and he's all out for saying, "Screw you, Trump. We're at trade war."
Well, I know, Gitchy, that all of my internet links have, you got to verify them and verify them and verify them. And what the hell that's all about, but.
Mm.
Brenda, what do you mean I need to figure it out? What?
I got another scam email today
I get them regularly.
asking for vehicle details and what's it?
Relentless is here saying hi to all the cute boys.
Hello.
Say, and the
Lisa?
email was from the DYLA.
Well, that leaves me out.
POV.
Yeah.
And
And they,
they're trying to make it so that you misread the Y as a V because it's a DVLA, not the
Yeah.
DYLA.
yeah. But what you do is if you actually
I reported it as filching.
oh, definitely. Because what happens is you push on the user email. and it'll
Relentless
show you
sent
where
you
the
a
email
kiss.
comes
Yeah.
from.
Captain
I
Joe.
replied.
Oh, thank
to-
you.
They wanted you to press a button, but I
It
replied
wasn't for me. It was
instead.
for somebody else.
Because what a load of pillocks. If you're going to scam somebody, at least learn to spell.
Exactly. You know, you've got to make it look realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to get nasty again this evening and tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Rain and ice and sleet and snow and whatever.
Yeah, it started raining here just before it went dark.
Yeah, where you go?
It's beautiful
What's that,
and
Joe?
sunny here.
No, I clicked on something and I was getting ready to set it up to order that poster they just ordered, and it didn't show. I don't know where it went.
Mm.
What? What do you want, boner?
No, it was warm and sunny.
Yeah. You better call that dog by his right name before he bites you.
At 5 o'clock. in the evening.
did he call him what I think he called him?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
called him
I
a
know.
boner.
No,
Yeah,
boner.
You said
That's,
boner.
that's
You
my boner.
definitely said boner.
It sounded like boner to me.
No, it was boner.
That's why I didn't want to say anything. I was
What do you
all
think?
like, did he say what I just think he said?
It's
Yeah, it
boner.
Yeah, it is. It's boom. You call
Yeah,
that
you don't
dog
wanna
boner.
confuse the poor
You
lad.
little boner, come here. Lord help me. That's two brain cells.
Yeah. They're trying to kill each other.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
I was thinking to myself, did he just say what he think he said?
Lord, why did I go through this?
Poor dog is gonna be all confused.
Look what Justin said. Justin heard it too.
But I had to let, I
Justin
had to let
clipped it already.
Booner out. I had to let my Booner out.
It's Boone.
That sounds even worse.
Keep your Booner in the house. In your house.
Yeah.
You know, and every once in a while he just comes over so I can stroke my Booner.
And Lisa,
Oh, listen.
Right, Dominic?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Justin.
Joe turned his camera off.
I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want to be associated.
He turns his camera off and it's got his picture big as life.
I'm gonna change it.
Mm.
I'm
Well,
gonna
he
put a
went-
thing on
he-
there that's gonna say, I do not agree.
He went out and we'll see what happens. He ran out there. He was on the hunt.
You gonna bring you a squirrel.
Don't say that because it's a
Where
good
the hell is this
possibility
thing
he
at?
just might do something like that.
Hey. Fresh enough, you got jambalaya. Yeah. I don't need an autosave. I ordered the thing. Why has it got an autosave in there? That don't make sense. Why it showed me it's ordered.
No, Johnny.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, good luck.
What's Johnny doing?
Flying his V copter.
Yep.
Oh, he
You
bought
know-
a V copter a while back.
Oh, he's been having a V
Years ago.
copter.
I remember when they first came out, a lot of people bought them, but I've never heard much about them. Who was it that bought one and
Johnny.
did a video on it?
Johnny.
John.
Yeah. That's the only person
Yeah.
I've heard talk about it.
Well, no, there's a
What's
one
the
of the-
guy's name in Florida?
is
that
it
always
one of the coloured guys, Drone
full of
Supremacy.
himself?
Yeah.
He bought one as well, I think, because I've seen him do a video on one. Flying it out over a river.
Joe,
to
you know the
some
guy I'm
island.
talking about, the guy in Florida that drives an old police car, black and white.
And Ken Herring.
No, that's
That's not
not in
Ken
Florida, it's
Herring.
Ken Herring.
He's in
He's
Tennessee.
in Tennessee.
He did a V copter one way back when they first came out.
Paul. Ken Herron's in Tennessee, not Florida.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Well,
Close enough.
He lives near Nashville.
yeah, but I
He's up
think
there.
isn't he a partner with the guy in Florida? I don't know.
No,
We
He's-
got there in the
he's
end.
originally, and his mum lives in New Jersey
Yeah.
because
every time-
he goes up to Margate every Christmas.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
see
and
his
every-
mum and
Yeah. Now, every time you mention New Jersey, you have to say, how about them drones?
because his mum
Mm.
lives not far from Ron Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I was actually, I was watching a video of him today of with that remote ID thing for the drones,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
where it tells you where they are and stuff. That thing is pretty cool, man.
it would be if they weren't using it to try and do us.
Yeah. As I said, in theory.
Yeah.
In theory, it's a good idea. But in practice, it has whiskers on it.
It allows the public to find out where you are flying from.
If they could
Yeah,
get
but-
rid of
and
that
that-
part.
Is not a good thing in some cases.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
as
who's
I
gonna
said, if you can
spend
get
who's
rid of
gonna
that
spend
part.
$800 on it though, just for that?
Good point.
Yeah, but I think the software for the phone, you can't do it on Apple, by the way. An Apple phone won't do it because of the way it's set to allow third-party information in it.
Mm.
So you can only actually use the apps if you've got an Android phone.
Mm.
And we still haven't got it over here.
Relentless wants to know if you are familiar with Michael Anthony videos.
No.
Michael Anthony.
I
No.
don't, no, I haven't. Jim, how
heard
you
of him.
doing?
Hello, Jim.
Can't say as I've heard the name. Well, I've heard of both names, but never together.
Yeah. I know Michael and an Anthony, but not.
Oh,
together.
Relentless says he's been videoing the Gordie Howe Bridge construction, which is
Okay.
between Detroit and Windsor. It's a new bridge.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Interesting.
Yes, Relentless, you can report and post any link you want, my dear.
Yeah, go for it.
Gitchy says hi to you, Jim.
So you know how I got to deal with some of these students, how they don't like the picture and they don't like this, or they something changed, they want to change something. So there's one girl, she came out and she says, "Could you check my picture? My face looks oblong in it." So I looked at it, and what happens when you move them over and you stretch them and everything, they'll pop into place. Right?
What you do is you look at her and you go, "Well, it is."
Well, let me explain what I did. I went in and I checked it, and it didn't pop all the way into place. She was right. So I did it again, checked it, and it popped in right. And I said, "Okay, it's fixed." She comes back, she goes, "Now my butt looks oblong."
Do not answer that. Do
So I
not
go look at
answer
that, and I bring it in a little bit to make it look skinnier, and it made her face look oblong because it's changing the aspect ratio, right?
That's okay. Just do not
So
comment on
I
does my
fixed
butt look
that,
big in this.
and I bring it down to where it looks good to me. And she comes back, she goes, "Thanks for fixing it, but now my face looks oblong again." So I wanted to say, if I fix your face, your ass is gonna be big as like it is. You know, that's what I want to say.
Just say.
So what I did is I took the original picture I took of her and stuck it there, and then I put the other one in and brought the aspect to the right aspect, and I sent it with both pictures. I said, the one on the left is the one we shot I didn't touch. The one on the right is the one I popped into this program. If you look at them, it's the same aspect. The reason certain things look bigger, it's a bigger picture. Like that. She came back and she goes, "Okay, thank you. Sorry about all the emails." Come on. I got to deal with her one more year.
What you should have done is you should have made her face look right and cut the top half of that picture off, and then made her ass look right and cut the bottom half of that picture off and joined the two pictures together.
That's too much work. All I need to do is get the face right and take a brush and just take about 1 inch off her ass. I could have just went right around there and took it off, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, just any commentary on that, just leave it alone.
I know.
Relentless put a link in there for that video.
Okay.
Let's see if my pictures are up yet. I'm still waiting to see what that article he's going to write about last night. Hey, he got it. He used it. Wow. I must have got it right. I'll show y'all. Hold on.
He used the picture you wanted him to.
I told him, I said, when I talked to him, because he was out there with me last night. Oh, he didn't put it on yet. I have to show you one at a time. But I told him, I said, I got the picture stretching out like that. So when I sent him the pictures last night, I said, I sent you 11 pictures. I said, one of them I wish would have got right. I had right. So he knew what I was talking about. And when I sent it to him, I said, it's not focused enough. I lost the focus on it. So then I went back and worked on it. And when I worked on it, I was able to use the AI and the AI and Gitchy helped me fix it. AI Gitchy helped me fix it.
Yeah, I did it.
Let's
A bit
put it there.
happening.
Is that in Detroit?
Yep. Because we
Okay,
already
that's-
have the
that's-
Detroit International Bridge, but this is a new one they're building.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nice
Looks
bridge.
nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Are they going to let you finish it? No. Between America and Canada, the Canadians say, no, we
Once
don't.
once it gets to the other side, they're gonna
Yeah.
charge them more to fix it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the toll to get across the bridge is going to go up.
Here's the picture, Paul. He was able to use it. It says he made a diving catch on a pop-up butt attempt.
Yep.
I was able to get just enough out of it because it's going to be used for the paper, so it doesn't matter. It does matter the sharper you get it, but the paper's going to lose a little bit anyway. So it's going to
Yeah.
blend into the paper, right? But I got that one last night, so I'm glad he got it in.
That's good.
But you see, this is the kind of picture I like right here. Oh, wait, he got it right here. It's on. Hold on.
Yeah, that bridge is supposed to open relentless. It says that in fall of 2025, which is this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be
That's,
interesting
Which
to
is,
see.
yeah.
that's within
It's
6
six-
months.
Yeah, that's 6 months for you, and it should be open this week then.
Yeah.
Should be open this week here.
Yeah.
Russell said that was a good picture, Joe.
Thank you. There's a commercial. Oh, get over there. He put the wrong. I can't see the newspaper articles. He put the wrong link in it.
Hmm.
It's got a baseball game going.
Yeah, the
But here's one
not,
picture.
not
This
a
is the
lot
kind
of
of
ship traffic.
Dominic. This is the kind of picture I like right here.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind I like doing.
Yep.
You
Action
got
shots.
got every aspect of it. I got the
Yeah, he's
ball right here. I
dragging,
got his.
dragging his leg like he should. Yeah.
I got everything in that picture.
Well, what's the white spot behind his hand right there?
That's a freaking light off the school.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Looks
built
like
it. They built it with the school in the background, and right where the home plate is, where first base is, there's a light right behind there, and it affects the picture. I don't understand why it's got a different link in there. It's got a baseball game on it. And it does, usually they put the pictures with all the articles in it. See how many pictures I got. I sent him 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 in. 7. Got 7 in last night. Big money night.
Mm.
And then the family that was sitting next to me, this picture right here, their son is the one in the red.
Is
the red
Gordie
making
Howe
the
still
tag.
alive? I don't know.
Who?
Who?
Gordie Howe.
The guy the bridge is named
don't
after.
know.
Yeah, he was a big time hockey player.
Would.
But Paul, this one right here, the second
Yeah.
baseman making the tag,
Yep.
his family was sitting right next to me.
Oh wow.
And they told me, I said, what's your son? He said, number one. I said, okay. And when he made the tag, I flipped the camera around and I said, give me your email. I'll send it to you.
There you go.
But the ball is right there. I got 7 pictures in last night. That's a good thing. 7 pictures.
Do they pay per pitch or do they pay you per job?
Gordie Howe died in June 10th of 2016. He was born in March 31st of 2020 and 1928.
Gee. 88.
88, yeah.
Oh.
It's actually per event, but if you go over pictures, they pay you more.
Yeah.
That's,
They usually
that's
look for
Gordie
about 4
Howe right
pictures.
there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll make about 50% more last night than I usually make.
Really?
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
So 2.5 pence instead of 1.
Yeah. And when he uses 7 pictures of mine, that means that he wanted everybody covered both. If it would have been a blowout, it'd been 4 pictures. But it was a 2-0 game. And it came down to the last out.
Using 7 pictures in an article about a baseball match is a hell of a lot.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I got one tomorrow night that
Usually
these
you
two
look-
teams will be the district fight.
Usually you're lucky if you get 1 picture on a school sports day game. In fact, you look over here, you're lucky if you actually get an article written about it.
Yep. Gordie Howe was a great guy. He was the pros pro. He used to love the fans. He'd come out and talk to anybody and give autographs and everything else.
He was a good player too. Really
Yep.
good.
Thank you, Darren. Down to another hot topic, and as everyone's talking, prepare to likely pay more for alcohol in the U.S. We've already seen the effects of President's House tariffs, and right now the parent company of America's oldest registered distillery is pulling.
How's Boone, Paul? Is he still outside? Still playing?
Yeah, he's still being a good boy.
Awesome.
Oh, he's outside. I better let him in, huh?
Good.
Dude,
He's having a blast outside. I'll leave him out there. He didn't try to come in. He'd let him know.
Yeah, he was sitting on the back steps right by the door.
Mm.
Weren't you, Booner? Yeah.
Yeah, he was he trying to come in or just sitting there?
You're my boy. Oh, you're a little cold. Your ears are cold. Your body's
Mm.
cold. You're cold, cold, cold.
No, he was fine. We're in March, right?
Yep.
Yep.
March 6th, all day.
7th.
Oh, is it 7 today?
No,
It
it's a
is
for
6th
him.
for you.
It is in Australia.
It's a
Oh,
6th for
okay.
you and the 7th for me.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Lay down, lay down. He's over in the love seat looking at me, giving me the eye. Like, you left me outside, Dad. What the hell?
Well, he was, go ahead. He's telling you, why'd you come get me? That's what he was telling you.
No.
Was he barking?
No,
Was he looking in the door or sitting outside?
he was sitting outside looking in the door.
But he wasn't barking. He wasn't worried about coming in. He was enjoying it.
Joe, his jaw was frozen. He couldn't bark. It was so cold.
No, he was fine. They come in when they or they let you know they want to come in when they want to.
I know,
What?
mine is the same way.
That's your little guys.
All dogs, Paul.
You good, precious. She lets you know.
Lay down.
He said, I don't want to lay down. I want to go outside.
He's doing circles over there on the.
Today. See, it's just fixed. Well,
So Dominic, what are you up to today? Anything? He's not plugged into his earphone, I don't think.
he's doing it now.
Hello, Dominic.
I'm back.
Okay, what are you up to today? You working with your brother, or are you just out cruising?
And no, I'm out and about for probably another hour and a half, and then about an hour and a half, then I've got to do another thing.
Okay.
Oh, it's Friday here, so I'm trying not.
What time is it there?
It is 20 minutes to 10 a.m. Friday morning.
Ah, yeah, it's hard for us to understand, when it's evening here, it's morning there, and
Yeah.
sometimes my mind doesn't click that way. But
Mm,
then again, my mind doesn't click most of the time anyway.
mm. Yep.
Jim wants to know, Brenda, if you got a chance to fly today.
Yeah. We're waiting. We're waiting to hear that.
I wanted to go today, but it was too cold and too windy.
Well, Brenda was saying the other day that it's been kind of windy down there in Florida
Oh no.
because that storm that went through you, Joe, I think is sweeping up the East Coast now.
Yep. That's what they do.
Was there any damage, Joe? Did it cause any damage?
Well, we got some. Not here, but around us we did.
You had tornadoes, right, Joe?
Well, we had high winds. We didn't get any tornadoes in the area.
thought you're supposed to have had a tornado somewhere over near Johnny.
Mm.
Well, they had one that came through, but it was south of us.
Mm.
It did damage there, but didn't do anything over here. Oh, stop it. Hey, Loki.
Just so everybody knows, Loki's okay. He went to the vet today.
No, Tino.
Oh, it was Tito? Okay.
Tino went.
Tino
That
went.
pink eye.
Got pink eye.
Yep.
No,
Jumped
yeah, it's
the bikes.
Justin.
Mm.
And
Loki's out.
Joe's been having to put the drops in his eyes.
Yeah, just
I'll
did it
bet
first time.
that's fun.
Hey, he didn't like it. Stop.
Yeah, I did it for over 2 weeks. Ear infection on my dog.
Mm.
Well,
Good
I'd rather
evening.
do it in the ear than the eye.
Good evening, Justin.
How's it going?
Good. How are you
Yeah.
doing?
$50 bottle of
So
medicine.
happy.
Yeah.
How's the weather down there in Florida?
Stop.
It's chilly. About half the day because it's like really cold wind, but wasn't bad. I mean, you have a sweatshirt on, you're fine.
Yeah, Brenda was saying she thought it was, at least I thought she said it was windy down there.
Shut up calling it chilly. It's just
Yeah.
less warm.
It should be. It's supposed to be down in I think the 40s tomorrow morning.
Okay.
That's still warmer than it is here.
Yeah,
Sounds like a you problem, Mark.
exactly.
It was
Yeah.
15 degrees centigrade here today, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah,
Here's
Brenda,
my-
30 mile an hour wind isn't for just the
That's
faint
right.
of heart.
60 something. Echo, what's 15 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
Here's minus 10 and
degrees Celsius
50.
with 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nah, 30 miles an hour wasn't really in my area. I would say we had probably a constant breeze of about 15. Wasn't bad though.
We had it. Our high this afternoon was 59.
Yay.
Long ass day today. I had one of those stupid meetings at work today,
Because it is nothing like that now.
which I just don't even know why I had to go to it because nothing they talked about even pertained to my job. So
They just wanted you to be up to date. That's all.
Yeah.
Drop down to 7.
yeah, but then they picked the farthest school away to have the meeting at. That was
There
an
he is.
extra 20 miles.
There he is
Each
in
direction.
his little circular bed there. That's a fluff or whatever.
Oh, wow. It's going to stay at 10 degrees all night.
Brenda
Oh,
said, I'm
great.
close to the Gulf
Change.
of America.
Yeah.
And at 13 degrees
It's so
all
weird
tomorrow.
going on Google Maps and seeing that now.
Yeah, it is.
What's up, Jim?
Hey, Jim. Yeah.
What have we got on the wind?
So how's your new car treating you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, it's going good. Got
Nice.
the mirror fixed the other night. And then tomorrow I got to do the backup cam's coming in a day early. So I'm going to do that tomorrow night.
Yeah, but Justin doesn't get to drive it, do you? Because Sarah's driving it.
Yeah, because me and Sarah's mom carpool to work. So I don't really
Okay.
have a need to drive it.
That's good.
Does Sarah
I mean,
have to drive further than you to work?
Mm,
Probably about the
not
same,
really,
isn't
no,
it?
about the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, she only goes there and back. You go there and back and there and back.
Yeah.
What you should do is you should get a pickup truck with a camper on the back, and you should just stay there and then come back.
Good idea.
Yeah, except for trucks are fucking outrageously expensive.
Yeah.
Even older ones are crazy expensive. I mean, you go look at like some of the truck prices of trucks that are like 10 years old with like 180,000 miles on them.
Mm.
People want like 10, 15 grand for them.
I know. Tell me about it. I just bought one a year ago, 70 grand.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
think
okay.
about a new truck, forget about it. I mean, a brand new one.
Well, the thing of it is, you can buy new trucks because they got them on big specials,
What's up,
but
Brenda?
there's still a lot of money, and they want like $6,000 down. And
Well, it's not even the down part. It's the fact that trucks used to be
Yeah.
maybe a $30,000,
The work-
$40,000 investment. Now they're like an F-150. You're looking at 60 grand, brand new.
Mm.
Yeah. Whereas it used to be the truck for the working class man,
Mm.
not.
Yep.
Yeah, because they have to add all these stupid ass features to the truck that are not necessary.
Yeah.
Like that one we were talking about that one day that had the stick shift that pops up and down when you turn the car off and on. Why did it need that? That's just another moving part that's gonna fucking break.
Exactly.
Like why does the shifter have to go up and down all fancy? Like it's a work truck.
The Jaguar does that.
Jaguar.
It has a little round knob that's the automatic gear controller, and it sinks down into the center console, so you switch it on and then it pops up.
Oh,
Right, but I'm
nice.
saying like for something that used to be considered a work vehicle, now it's just a curb princess's vehicle, what I call curb princesses.
Yeah, we
All
call
these
them
guys,
soccer mums. You know, they're either soccer mums or
soccer
touring
moms,
tractors.
yep.
it's all
Oh,
these guys buying fucking Jeeps and trucks and never used them for a single day of work.
Probably, I'm trying to translate that. Probably a Chelsea tractor.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah.
We call them Touareg tractors over here because Touareg is similar to your Chelsea.
Well, look at I'm just saying, like you could drive down the road doing like 8 out of 10 trucks you can tell have never had a single fucking thing put in their bed.
Yeah. Same here.
Like I said, I don't understand why people like wasting so much money on fucking trucks. Like, do they just gas
Well,
guzzlers?
some people like to sit up high. Like you don't sit high in your car.
Oh, I understand it, but I've always been like this with trucks. Like, if you got a regular use for it, by all means, buy one. And if you got the money and you just want to blow money, then whatever, do whatever the fuck you want to do. That I don't care. But if you're trying to look at it from a practical standpoint and an everyday driver, why the fuck would you want a truck?
Exactly.
Gas guzzlers
It's the
cost
same as
tons of money.
the same as why people buy things like Range Rovers.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, I put all sorts of stuff in the back of my Shogun.
I know that, but
We use that for carrying paving stones and furniture and rubbish to the tip and all sorts. And it towed a caravan and a trailer.
yeah, but you're in the
Exactly, Jim.
minority, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like Jim said, fucking having a Ford Super Duty dually is like 90 grand. It's like having a damn mortgage payment.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I said. If you really look at it, electric vehicles like Teslas really aren't. Some of them are cheaper than some of the gas-powered cars. Your standard Tesla, starting Tesla is 60
But
grand.
your maintenance on them is higher.
Yes.
Not really.
That's the next thing. Well, if you do a battery, change a battery on one of those.
Yes, but if you really look at the percentage of how many batteries actually go bad within that 10-year period, it's actually very low. But besides that, the maintenance on a Tesla is actually very low. It's literally brakes and tires. That's pretty much all you have to really do to them.
And here's Andrew.
I
Dominic,
mean, you got to think a set of brakes will probably last you what, 3-4 years if you're not hard on them. New set of tires about every year and a half, depending on how much you drive.
you could get quite a few years out of a set of tires,
That-
though.
Should last you
Well,
about 5-6 years.
A,
A what?
a friend of mine has one that when they first came out, and he hasn't had any problems with it yet.
Hell, come to think of it, the tyres on my motorhome have been on it for more than 20 years.
Yeah, well, you only drive like 10 miles a year.
Dominic, you've worked at a auto shop, haven't you?
Yeah. No, it's a mechanic, yeah.
How long would you say tires last?
I go
Oh,
through a
So it
set
depends
about
how you
every year.
drive it.
15, probably 10 to 15,000 kilometers.
Oh no, you should get a hell of a lot more than that out of it.
Yeah,
Well, it
40,
depends on-
50,000
It's-
miles over here, I would say.
Yeah.
No, it depends on how expensive of a tire you buy. Because every one of them's rated at
Yeah.
a different mileage.
Yeah.
It depends on the
true.
person.
And
too.
our roads are very tough.
And the thing is a lot of families, they don't have money to spend $700-800 on a really good set of tires. So what they do is they spend $300 or $400 every year, and they just buy a new set each year. That's all I've seen a lot of people do.
Justin, wouldn't that be considered almost disposable tires?
300 or 400 for a set of tyres over here is dear.
Yeah, you gotta think
I would
average
expect
people
to
drive.
pay 100 for a cheap set of tyres.
You probably, well, depending on the size of the tire. Like for my car, the cheapest
Mm.
tire you'd probably find would probably be $85 to $100, somewhere in there.
'Cause
Maybe. I don't know. I've never
think
priced them yet. So
I think the average is at least 17-inch wheel.
luckily,
Yeah.
all my cars have brand new. my
No,
car
I think
has all brand
most-
new tires.
They have most vehicles, if they're not an SUV or something, only have a 15-inch wheel.
But
Who wants
15,
18?
17, something about that's an average.
We need an 18.
I'm sure somebody makes one.
No, I used to go through a set of tires.
Oh, you
even-
can get them up to 22-inch wheels easy.
Yeah.
No, I used to
Or
go through a
24.
set of tires with rotation about once a year because we drove about 20,000 miles a year.
But does Justin drive 20,000
But I
miles a
didn't
year?
buy real expensive tires neither. Because you could get like some like Yamamoto tire for like $80-90, or you could buy some fucking fancy ass Goodyear tire that was like $250-300. I didn't have that kind of money.
Yeah, like if you wanted Goodyear tires, yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
some of the
do
tires
want
are
to.
ridiculous.
Goodyear aren't expensive over here.
But
Dear ones are Pirelli, Michelin.
depending on the
Rally, yeah.
environment, depending on the environment you're driving in, sometimes you want a really good tire.
You
Hey, Jody.
always want a
Yeah,
good
if you're driving back roads or rough roads or that kind of stuff, yeah.
Because if you cheap out on the quality of the tire you buy, it's
No,
not gonna last.
so long as
That's a guarantee.
it passes the minimum spec, then you'd be fine.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how
They have,
fast
they
the
have to
tread
pass
wears.
over here. They have to pass the British standard.
Mm.
Over there, I don't know what it's called. But
It'd probably be something with
Yitchy
DOT.
wants to get a Bronco for her next
Ah.
car.
Yes.
I think there's a DOT stamp on them, Mark, if I remember correctly.
We call
Yeah.
them
Uh,
Department-
roadworthy.
Department
speaking of
Transport.
Bronco,
we call it
speaking of Bronco, what do you think of the Broncos, Justin?
They're all right.
The new ones.
They're okay. I'm not a big fan of them, but
they
I
were
wouldn't say
forward.
no if somebody gave me one.
Honestly, I think the old ones look nicer.
They definitely
wh-
don't have the old style look to them. I'll tell you that.
From
Yeah,
what
but
was
they
it?
need that.
From what was it? 80 something?
Yeah, in
Well,
the 80s, they were very square.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need the special OJ Simpson version.
Oh, here we go. No, but
I
I mean,
get you.
really, when it comes down to it, it's not that you know, buying a cheaper tire is really necessarily bad. It's just really comes down to how long the tire's tread will last. That's pretty much what you're paying for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And do the every several months do the penny test.
Yeah.
I actually have a depth gauge for tires. I can actually measure
okay.
it.
Oh,
Yeah. Me too.
Well, and the thing of it is, if you go to an oil change place, they'll check your tires anyway.
Yeah.
That makes it
Well,
easier. That makes it easier on ladies, you know.
We
Well,
have
there's a lot-
we have an MOT test every year of roadworthiness, and they tell you whether your tires are knackered or
Yeah.
not. Because
well,
Yeah,
there's,
if they're not legal,
Yeah,
it
that
fails.
roadworthy.
so
there's 2 or 3 garages in my town that will check your tires. I'll even air them up for you for free.
Yeah.
Jim, would you buy another
Just to be
68
free, eh?
Bronco? I wonder if Jim would buy another 68 Bronco if he could.
You'd be hard pressed to find one.
They had Broncos that old.
They
You'd
were
be surprised.
they were a 3-speed column change back then, I think.
I
Free
thought
on the track,
Broncos
yeah.
came out. I'm completely dumb on that then because I thought Broncos came out in the 80s. I didn't realize they were that old.
I think Paul remembers the Bronco
Yep,
when it came
Ford
out.
Broncos. Yep.
As
I
all
was
as I
born in
remember is the
68.
Broncos and the Blazers from the 80s. Big
Good-
boxy motherfuckers.
Hello and good night, Gitchy.
Okay.
I don't know how many people I saw with lifted Blazers and Broncos.
Hey,
1966.
Gitchy, tell Laura we said hi.
Here you go. This is what a pink eye looks like on a dog.
No,
Hmm.
the first Bronco was released in
You
1980.
can see it all right here.
1966.
66, wasn't it?
Oh wow.
First generation.
Is
Never
that
knew
your
that.
is that your puppy or
Yeah, that's Tino. You can see the discharge in it right here, and it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
unswollen.
I
Yeah.
can see a bit of red in his eye.
Yeah, $120
That's pink eye.
later.
That's Red Eye from the Flash gun.
Oh,
No, that's for sniffing Cleo's butt.
77.
You
I
could look
told
at it
you.
for fun.
If you don't
According to Alexa, the first Broncos were released in 1989.
Oh, see,
Second
because I remember
generation of
everybody
78.
I've ever heard to talk about Broncos, they've always talked about the 80s and 90s ones.
but I don't
I've
know
never heard
where.
anybody talk about the older ones, so I didn't even know that they were around then.
Do we know which country started the Bronco first?
That'd have been Ford.
No,
Yeah.
what country? If it was started here or if it was
Yeah.
started in Australia or
They don't sell them in many other places.
No.
So
We
I
haven't
could
had
s-
a Bronco here for years.
No.
We have the Territory, which is a similar style.
I think we had the Maverick.
It's like you guys
Yeah.
have the similar car to the what was the car that had it was half truck, half car?
El Camino.
El Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you guys
Oh.
still sell those over there, Dominic?
No. No, we have, we used to have what was called the Holden Ute, Ute. And that went up right up until 2019.
There was
Ooh.
actually another car
Two
that,
Utes.
that looked the same.
Yeah.
That was a
That's a-
Ford.
It's
Who- Galaxy?
Whose truck is this?
That's right now on sale.
Well, ain't nobody selling that by that price.
What's
What is
the,
it?
A Ford F-150 2001, 159,000 miles for $2,500.
Yep.
It's
I-
fucked.
I'm looking at the fabric and it
These
doesn't.
brakes,
It looks
rotors
nice.
down.
That's a nice
These
truck.
brakes and rotors.
Falcon Ute?
New
Joe,
brakes,
I-
new discs.
I could see that price for a 2001 if it was like a 2000.
Yeah, man.
What?
But you got
2,500
work
or
to do
best
on it.
offer.
To be honest with you, discs probably are only $50 a piece, something like that.
It don't matter
No,
how much.
you gotta add another 15%.
Yeah, but it don't matter what what condition that truck is in, dude. Truck people will just buy it anyway. They'll fix it.
I'll be honest with you, I'd buy that one and fix it.
Yep.
For 2,500, I'd fix that one in a heartbeat.
But that's what they're banking on. They probably need the money really bad, so the truck market's really hot, dude. If you got a truck for sale, it will sell quick.
The probability is that they can't afford to replace the parts at a garage and they don't know how to do it themselves.
Or, Mark, or is it, can they get the part
Oh yeah,
to fix said
yeah,
truck?
you can get them anywhere.
There's
No,
a lot of
because
Brake discs and pads, no problem.
you'll see a lot of 20-year-old
Generic.
like guys that will buy old trucks that are like 20, 30 years old and they'll fix them up to run.
certain age trucks you cannot get parts for.
Yeah, some
course
of
you can.
them, and they're
You
hard to
might
get
not
now. A
be
lot of
able-
things are getting scarce.
You might not be able to get a Ford part for it, but you'll get
It's generic.
A
a generic.
generic
part
over
for
the
it, yeah.
counter.
Somebody will make a replacement for it.
But one place to check would be eBay.
You're talking about aftermarket parts, yeah.
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 Third
Aftermarket.
party. Yeah.
If you're looking for parts, just call Rock Auto. They got everything.
Yes, Ed.
Just go to Riley's.
Uh,
Well, a lot of people hit up junkyards too. People that like to fix up beaters, they'll just
Oh, yeah.
go to a junkyard and find parts.
I didn't realize Rock Auto was still around.
But like a lot of those places, like what they call pick and pull, a lot of people they'll do deals. They'll say like, you know, $25 to get in and everything you can carry out.
Yeah, it's free.
You can get for that $25 like entry fee for getting into the facility.
We're gonna pick
like
a part over here called that.
Yeah. They do deals like that all the time because it's a good way to clear out a bunch of old inventory.
Nice shirt, Joe.
You just charge everybody that comes through the door $25 straight fee and then just let them go out there and just go to town.
Yeah, they had one of them on YouTube, and the guy had like a hood, a couple of doors, and he had all kind of stuff, and he was barely making it over the finish line.
Yeah, that was the one we were watching on Paul's that one day. I was showing the videos of the guys.
Yeah.
Fucking one dude had an entire engine and had a back bracing on like a 2x4 going across his back and was fucking just barely walking with it.
If you're not careful, you could screw your back doing that.
Well, he was screwing
Yeah,
up.
but you got a cheap engine.
Yeah, it was just a little. I mean,
And all you had to do was get it out
So would you
past
rather
the line, and then you could put it down and get a car, and your mates could help you put it in it.
So would you rather screw up your back or get a cheap engine?
Get a cheap engine.
Ooh,
Mark
is
said
this
cheap
a
engine.
is this a full
Suicide doors.
F-150?
210,000 miles.
Lariat model.
I've changed engines before now. It's not.
Yeah, I don't like those doors.
Yeah, the suicide doors don't work for me.
But
Yeah,
look
but-
at the seat. Did you see the leather seats?
Yeah. The leather's good.
I'd do that one too.
Yeah,
Even
look at
with
the
the
price.
210,000
Something was
miles.
only $2,400.
Mm,
Does it say a mileage on it?
But
But
no
that's
engine.
the thing. But that's the thing is a 25-year-old truck, you used to be able to go to somebody and be like, I'll give you like 300-400 for it. Now they can
Yeah.
easily get 2-3 grand for it.
Yeah.
And it just be as is. Like it could be not running and somebody will still buy it from you.
Oh, look at
See,
the Bronco.
there's a
You'll
23.
actually get 200 or 300 just to scrap it over here.
There's a 24 Bronco with 19,000 for 40,000.
Oh yeah, you can call a scrapyard over here too, and they'll come and pick it up and give you
$500-600
cash right there
each.
on the spot.
But
I mean, we scrapped my dad's old car.
ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
Mark, look at
Yeah.
that. Mark,
Now
look
you're
at that.
talking.
There you go.
We actually got 25 quid for scrap off the scrap yard, more
Yeah.
than he paid for it when he bought it.
That's what my dad used to do with old cars,
Mm.
and for his garage to clear out the yards, he'd call pick and pull, and they'd send out 3 or 4 tow trucks that could carry 4 cars,
Justin,
and they
that
would load
looks
all
like
four
your.
of them up.
Yeah, I think this would be your truck.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Would you
I
buy
don't
this?
want to. I don't want a truck, dude. Too much gas. I don't want something that gets 9 miles to a
If
gallon. Fuck
if
that.
you bought a truck, I think this would be the one.
And then it drops down to 5 miles a gallon when you put a fucking tire in the bed.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
You drive at least you're driving in style. Who cares about miles?
Yeah.
Petrol.
Who cares about the gas?
Well, if I
cares
had
about-
money like that, I wouldn't give a shit either. Like, I'd
But
have
I
one
mean,
of those.
look how nice the outside looks. Damn.
It gets me now that most cars don't come with a spare wheel.
Yep. They got the space saver.
They just
There's-
come with a no, they don't even do that now.
There's
Come with an aerosol can full of foam stuff to put in the tire
Yeah.
and
it.
a pump.
So
There-
mine came with a air compressor, and it
Yeah.
has a cartridge of tire sealant you put in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you either turn it to air or turn it to sealant, and that's what it will pump into the tire.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all they come with over here now. You don't get a spare wheel anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's like if you have a blowout, you're fucked. There ain't no sealing that.
Man, that truck here in Canada is $40,000.
But
They-
it's nice
Is,
though.
is the photography on that, is that a mirror image? Because the steering wheel's on the wrong side.
That'd be what if it's
But-
40,000. That'd be
Look,
about
it's even
30,000
got
US.
the in-dash,
Yeah.
everything.
But
Yeah,
Dominic,
they-
80% of the car is the same here or there.
Yeah.
But did you
Yeah.
notice the size of the infotainment screen?
Mm.
How much larger they've become?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can watch that gas gauge go down as you're driving down the road.
Somebody found an adapter you can plug into the car and you can hook it up to Netflix.
Here you
Or-
go, Paul. This is what
or
I would
Hulu.
buy. If it's right up by you, I'd come up and get this one. The Lincoln Town Car, 2009,
Uh,
8900. Look at this.
Uh,
See, I don't like those kind of cars, man. Those things are boats. All you see
Oh,
is
they're
nothing but
beautiful.
fucking
Uh,
hood in
they-
front of you while you're driving.
Joe,
I had a cold air intake in it, and I was getting 38 miles to the gallon. Look at that. Boy, that is,
I mean, that's a nice
that's
car
all
and
luxury.
everything,
That's all it is.
but I just don't like the size of those cars. It's
Look
like
at
the
a big
Grand,
old police interceptor.
it's like the Crown Vics. I hate driving my
5.6.
sister's
Yeah.
Crown Vic.
Chick magnet.
4.6. That's an interceptor right there.
You're going in there now.
But
Joe-
that's a beautiful car.
but didn't one of your parents drive something that size, Joe?
I used to have one.
Brenda said she don't care for the new Broncos. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
Yeah,
them.
they don't have the same style.
I mean, like I
it's-
said, if
it's both-
somebody gave me one, I would take it, but
Oh yeah, but I'm not spending money on it. The other one is the electric Mustangs. They look more of a pony than a Mustang.
Maybe
That's
Jim.
in Fraser, Michigan.
Yep, that's just south of me.
They're 41 miles.
And really, too, Jim, if you go to most parts stores, most of the stuff isn't even OEM parts. Most of it's aftermarket now. Because there's some parts you can't even get from parts stores anymore. Now the dealers are making it to where you have to get it from them. Dude, parts stores and mom and pop garages, another 10 years will probably be 90% of them will end up being gone.
Only by.
Because every year more and more of the
Yeah.
systems in the cars are being what they called sealed systems, where they don't have rebuild kits for like transmissions and stuff. They just rip it out. You have to go to the dealer. They have to take the whole damn thing out and put a whole new one in. They don't rebuild them anymore.
Come on up, Jim.
Yeah, go on.
Like
Jim.
Sarah's mom's car, you can't even get the fucking windshield wipers. You got to go to the dealer to get them.
Mm.
Or not the windshield wipers. It was the, you know, the hydraulics for the back lift. I
Oh,
called every parts store, and every one of them said that you have to go to the dealer to get them.
did you check eBay?
No, I don't like buying off eBay.
Or what about say like Advance Auto?
No,
Or
none of
AutoZone?
them. They all said that they can't get them because you have to go to
Damn.
the dealer to get them. And you can't
Oh,
just order the part and pick it up. They want to install it.
I know
That's
that
part of it.
they want the money. They just want the money.
yeah. No.
Man, I went for an oil change for my 2022 Dodge Ram 1500 Saturday. They wanted $118 just to change the air filter, the cabin filter.
Oh,
Where I
Oh,
went to
what?
Canadian, where
and,
I went to
and,
Canadian Tire, and it cost me $30,
and
and I did it
open
myself.
open the
Oil-
glove box.
oil is
Behind the glove
ridiculous.
box is your air cabin air filter.
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is, Ed, is that a whole bunch of senior citizens will go in there and just pay the money because they don't.
Oh yeah.
Look, if you look on YouTube, you can learn how to do the air
Yeah, but that's
cabin filter
that's
yourself.
for everybody under 50, Andrew.
Yeah, but
Back in-
he's
Back in the 80s, you used to be able to buy a gallon of oil for about £3.5. Now it's close to 50.
Yep.
well,
Jim-
there's people too, no matter what age range. There are certain people that are just hardcore. I'm only going to the dealer for everything.
Yeah.
And that's all they'll do. I've seen 30-year-olds, that's all they'll do. I've seen 50-year-olds, that's all they'll do. They
I mean,
won't take it to
depending on
any
the
other
age,
garage.
yeah.
Damn, Jim.
If it's a new car, you've got to take it back to the dealer to keep the service record, to keep the warranty.
Warranty.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
what
I
they told me for 6 years.
Like I said, there's
Yeah.
some stuff too. You'll take your car to, like, say, some of the garages around here, and say the transmission's slipping. They'll tell you it's a sealed transmission. There's nothing we could do. You got to go to the dealer and get it fixed.
And Andrew,
They
Jim
won't
is
even touch it.
Jim's an auto mechanic. He works on cars.
Oh, okay.
And it's getting worse every year because the car companies are making more and more of the stuff unfixable by a mom and pop mechanic.
Yeah.
Like my uncle has run a shop for years, and he'll tell you he's actually been monitoring how each year their percentage on certain fixes has gone down. He was telling me about this a couple months ago. I was on the phone with him about how he's noticed certain percentages of types of fixes on cars have gone down over the last 10 years, and they keep dropping because more and more cars are requiring that you go to the dealer for that specific fix.
And then they just plug it into a computer.
Yeah. You say you got a 2016 Dodge Ram?
No, I got 2022.
Oh, 22.
So,
Have you seen anything of Marcus Crawford's videos? Because he's just gone out and part X'd his Tahoe for a brand new Dodge Ram, the one with the 6-cylinder inline twin turbo that goes like shit off a shovel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. I got the 5.7.
Yeah.
The Hemi.
So
Good.
are you happy with your truck there, Ed?
Oh yeah, it's not bad on gas actually.
On occasion, do you get those calls from the dealership asking, "Hey, we you still got your truck. Are you interested in selling?"
No, not yet. Not yet.
Because dealership is low on said truck.
Well, you know, talking like
It's
Ed was
only-
talking.
It's only less than 3 years old yet. You
Well,
know.
it's like Ed was talking about the cabin air filter, right? Like when we had our Chrysler 200, I took the car in to see if the battery was still under warranty when it went out. And they wanted $269 for a battery. And I went to AutoZone and got the same battery for $90.
Yeah.
Yep. See, they
They wanted
over
almost 300 with tax and everything.
overcharge to buy a battery from them and install it.
Yeah, I went over to
Everything's overcharged
AutoZone,
the
spent
dealer.
$90, put it in myself. Took me 10 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to put a 3-inch lift on the truck, and they want
Yes.
$5,000. They won't let me go somewhere else and get it for cheap. They want to do it themselves.
Oh,
So I was
God.
like, no thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
well,
have
yeah.
official aftermarket companies that come in that do all the lifts and shit on the cars. Because like if you go to like a Jeep dealership down here, dude, you'll be hard pressed to find just a stock Jeep on the lot. Every one of them's got like lift kits and big ass rims and tires.
I'm just going to say, you'd be able to buy a lift kit for a couple.
well,
dollars.
I'm sure there's a bunch of lifted Jeeps down by Dominic.
Yeah.
But
There's a
what
lot
it
of-
is they have a company that comes in that's an official third party that puts all the lift kits and everything on the Jeeps for the dealers. And that's all covered under their warranty.
Yes. They
And
told me if
so-
I go somewhere else, I'll lose my warranty.
Exactly.
But similar to what you were saying with the battery, my family had a boat for a number of years. Several years ago, they wanted $300 for a Marine battery. We went to West Marine, local boat store, got it for $120. There yourself.
Not from your eyelashes, say have a release for me. And
If I need a new battery for anything, I just go to Manchester Batteries.
Mm.
Is it
Yeah.
right across the street?
Hey,
Battery world.
Is it right across the street, Mark?
not really. No, it's about 3 miles away.
But see, being a
not too
mechanic,
bad.
but see, this is a thing too. This is a difference too, and why I think some of the costs at dealers is so high. It's not so much that they're ripping people off to a point that their overhead is a lot higher. Because at a dealership, these are actual mechanics that have 401ks and insurance through the dealership.
Yeah.
And where mom and pop, most mechanics in mom and pop garages, they don't have all that stuff. They're
Yeah,
not getting insurance and all that. A lot of them work under the table or they work for cash.
So, Dominic,
But they got a high overhead. And they don't, and and mechanics at dealerships, they don't pay them shitty. I'll tell you that they actually make pretty damn good money.
so what's the easiest brand to work on, Dominic, at your auto shop?
Pretty much just leaves it with Toyota, really.
I was watching a guy's YouTube channel. He's a mechanic. He owns this big ass garage. They have like 20, 30 mechanics. And he walked around and asked every one of them. He just walked up and said, "What's the worst car to work on?" Almost every one of them said they hated Kias. They
Mhm.
can't stand Kias.
Are there a lot of Kias down there, Dominic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kia's a Malaysian, aren't they?
I don't know, to be honest. I know their new logos fucking confuses people. They think it says KN.
Yeah. Well,
Is that it?
they actually sponsor the Australian Open, which was the tennis we had down here, and
Yeah.
the place is flooded with all their adverts.
Oh,
Well, if you go on Google and put in
So-
KN, it actually comes up as Kia because so
Yeah.
many people
So-
have searched KN on Google because they think
Yeah.
because the problem is they put, if you know that it says Kia, you can see it. But if
So-
you're just looking at it, it looks like a KN because they didn't put a slash through the A.
Yeah, and
Mm.
KN were most notably known for making filters.
Yeah, air filters. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
wow, Jim.
6,500 for a tool. Wow.
That don't even surprise me, bro.
I'm not shocked.
I've seen my uncle's bills from the Snap-on truck. That fucking truck's like crack for mechanics.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah,
Jim,
It's like, let me show you this new $46 screwdriver that goes in your pocket. It's real
So-
nice.
what do you think with the new high tech stuff coming out, Justin, with mechanics?
What do you mean?
Our mechanics
Do you
have
think
to,
it's gonna be that much harder for them to work on it?
mechanics
I,
have
Or do you
computer
think
engineers now.
or do you think the
Yeah.
mechanic
I
will
don't
have to
think
become
mom
an
and pop
engineer?
garages are all going to go away because there's
They're right
always going to be older cars to work on.
They know.
Oh,
But I think there's going to be a lot less of them in about 10 years. I
Jim,
mean, you've already seen a lot of mom and pop garages closing over the last 5, 6, 7 years.
ProStar Dodge vans are a nightmare, Jim said. You mean the big ones?
Yeah.
Dodge fans are a nightmare. Oh, I know what the tools cost, Jim. I grew up in a garage. My dad had a big company out in California, and I saw what they spent on fucking toolboxes and shit.
Oh,
You got to
that's
get a
crazy.
goddamn
Though.
second mortgage on your house just to get a toolbox.
I was just gonna
Mm.
say that 6,500 just for one tool. Holy shit! Pardon my language.
Yeah, because they just do a credit line with you, and then they come in once every month and take half your fucking pay.
A
Oh,
lot of
there you go. Kia,
Like there's the
Kia is not Malaysian; it's South
Yeah.
Korea.
I'm just going to say South Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if somebody had bought Kia or not. Somebody else.
Now,
I think
Kia bought
think-
Dodge, Ram, and Jeep.
Yeah. Yeah. Each of them have a strategic partnership with most
Uh,
car companies now.
Kia owns Dodge and Jeep and Ram now.
Chrysler
bought them?
Dodge Ram is owned by
Yeah,
a
they bought them
European
a
company.
while. I'm pretty sure it was Kia that bought them. Yeah, about 10 years ago, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. I'll fact
I
check
think-
myself real quick.
Chrysler Dodge Ram was just bought a few years ago by a European company. Stellantis, I think.
Mm.
There
As I
is
said, a
few-
few of them have gone sideways.
Very few British car manufacturers are owned by anybody in Britain.
Mm.
Now, even TVR is owned by a
Yep.
Russian.
Mark,
TVR by Russian.
No,
is there
Noble is still owned by an Englishman.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's the only one. But Noble isn't.
No,
a-
Morgan
No.
and I think
Jag.
Aston Martin are still English. Morgan are still English.
Don't know about Aston Martin.
Mark,
I
what
thought
do you
okay, so Kia
But
is
they
owned
weren't
by
buying India.
Hyundai.
Yeah. Hyundai.
Yeah.
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Yeah.
Hyundai. However you say that.
Hyundai.
And they also
We
own
always-
Genesis.
Yeah, Jim.
Hyundai.
I don't blame you there,
Dodge
Jim.
is not a car brand that owns other brands. But we're part of this.
Reliant
Yeah,
Reliant are still English.
Yeah, but
Oh.
we're talking about everyday cars here. Reliant, Noble, and TVR. Not the sort of thing you see when you're
Ma-
driving around.
Reliant, you see them all the time.
Oh, it was
Oh,
Fiat.
yeah.
It was Fiat that got
Mm.
Chrysler.
Yeah.
Dodge,
Yeah,
Ram, and
Fiat
Jeep.
Chrysler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Daimler-Benz and Chrysler had a demerger, and Mercedes went sideways to work with someone else.
I think Fiat also have an association with Ferrari.
I
Yeah.
heard Fiats are shit
Yeah.
cars. I've never had
Fiat,
one, but I've heard
They are.
'Cause
No,
I-
they used to be. They used to be rock boxes.
Yeah, but now because
more-
they've
the
got
more modern
Chrysler behind
ones-
them.
The more modern ones are fine.
Yeah, because they've got Chrysler behind them. But at Fiat, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, I think are
Yeah.
all one.
Alfa Romeo were rust buckets and all.
Whereas Lamborghini is under the
So-
VW.
What's the difference between
Lamborghini are owned by Audi now.
what's the
Yeah.
difference between Alfa Romeo and Fiat?
They're two different
Completely
brands.
different company.
But do they make a similar car, both of them?
They still make
They're
cars.
related. They are related.
Oh, so they're cousins, I guess.
They're just
Lan-
they're just two
Lancia.
Italian companies
Lancia is another
that
one that
now
all
under the same umbrella.
yeah, Lancia, Fiat,
No.
Ferrari, they're all
holy
under.
smokes!
Jim, if he paid $25,000 for that toolbox, it better have a fucking cot and a shitter
Lamborghini.
built into it.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Lamborghini started life building agricultural tractors.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Dude,
they still make
Yes, still
Lamborghini
do.
tractors.
What?
Jim,
Jeremy Clark- Jeremy Clarkson's got one.
Jim, I better be able to walk into a private room in that toolbox and take a
But
shit.
Dominic, I remember seeing a video of Jeremy Clarkson in one of those, and he didn't know crap about how to do anything in that tractor because it's
Yeah.
all technology.
He was awfully
Jeremy-
confused because I've watched the whole 3 seasons of him with Clarkson's Farm, and he gets so confused trying to drive that tractor, the Lamborghini tractor, which I think is funny.
And
Yeah,
I think in a few episodes he goes, Hammond.
yeah, he was screaming out. But yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say, going from, driving exotic cars to driving a tractor would be a really big difference, I would say.
Yeah, but is that one of those tractors that's like 15 foot wide and 25 foot tall?
No, it's like a grader.
All right.
Had that
Fuck that.
thing.
Because
Jim,
they
I'm,
have some absolutely
Yeah,
huge tractors nowadays.
yeah, Jim,
Yeah.
I'm happy with my $150 toolbox from Walmart. Thank you.
That's the way. Yes.
I'm sure
toolbox cost me a tenner.
I'm sure Paul's happy with his toolbox too.
Mine has what, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I've got a
8
6-foot
drawers?
tall, stainless steel double stacked toolbox out in the garage too.
Is it
Mine's
Craftsman by chance?
No.
Mine's a
Well,
4
Paul,
and a
I'll
half.
give you $50 right now for it.
Yeah, $50 because it costs you like $1,000 to ship it.
You just
Paul-
drive over the bridge.
Yeah, I'll just drive over the bridge and meet him on the other side.
Paul's got the good quality one. Right, Paul?
Mine's an 8 drawer. It's like 4.5 foot high. But it's just a little small toolbox. But most of my tools are for doing like working on like little electronic shit and stuff. It's not.
Man, could you see yourself spending 20 grand on a toolbox?
I mean, I guess if that was my
Yeah.
career and it was but that's still a lot just for a toolbox. Because to be honest, you can go to like fucking Harbor Freight or something and get a decent toolbox for like $1,200.
Yeah,
I
You're
don't
right,
know if I
Justin.
could justify that. That is a lot of money.
And then once you buy it, you gotta fill it with tools. That's a lot of money too.
yeah.
I mean,
particularly if you go with
You mean
Snap-on.
$20,000 just empty? That's crazy.
yeah, that's just for the toolbox. I ain't
That's just
including
the
tools.
toolbox.
That's just a toolbox and drawers. That's
Holy
it.
f- Does it come with a
have to
bar?
be,
Dude,
there'd
it's,
have to be about, yeah, there'd have to be like 50 compartments in it, and there have to be a
Yeah.
coffee machine on the
dude,
top of it.
a set of fucking snap-on wrenches from like 8 millimeter up to say like what 22 or something would be like $30-$40 a wrench.
Yep.
And there'd be in that compartment, there'd be the special 10 mil zone where you can only put 10 mil sockets in there.
Oh,
Just one whole compartment with just
So-
10 mil sockets.
10 mil over
Yeah.
here, 9 mil over here, 4 mil
Yeah.
over here, 2
Yeah,
mil
everything-
over here.
here.
Forget about that, just
Over here,
10 mil
10 mil
socket.
over here.
Yeah, it's mine is just all in drawers. The top drawers are for specialty tools. The next drawer down is
Ouch.
for screwdrivers, straight edge. Then the next drawer
Uh,
down is for Phillips head screwdrivers, a whole bunch. And the drawers are like this wide.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Jim. A Craftsman box that you've had for 40 years, those Craftsman toolboxes were well built back then, though, too. That's how
Yeah.
you got 40
They were-
years out of the damn thing.
They were damn well built.
That Craftsman was a hell of a brand back in the day. I mean, you could break a wrench and just walk into Sears and just hand it to them, and they'd hand you a brand new one, no questions asked. Just if it fucking snapped in half, whatever, it didn't matter. Or if it was a socket that broke, you could just walk in there, a socket wrench, whatever, and just hand it to them. They'd look at it and they'd be like, "Okay, here's a new one," and just walk out the store.
Dominic, is Matt in the in the path for Alpha?
I've spoken
The
to a
storm?
couple of them, and it's just sitting just off the coast. It's just it's sitting off the coast. It's giving really bad weather,
So
lots of wind and lots of rain,
Yeah,
but it hasn't moved.
Trevor was saying it's got a big surge involved as well.
so it's
Yeah.
just sitting and spinning.
It's just, yeah, and then it's just going to come in. It
So,
was
yeah.
supposed, it was
so there
supposed to find land this morning, but it's just sitting there.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, Jim, the Snap-on and the Mack truck used to come through my dad's garages. Every couple of weeks they'd come through. Always something new that they had.
Was it like the ice cream van arriving?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, the Mack tools,
Hear that sound, everybody would just rush out.
my uncle's got like tons and tons of Mack tools that he bought back in the 80s, like sockets and shit. And I'll tell you what, dude, even after 20, 30 years of use on them, or 40 years of use on them, they still look brand fucking new. I'll tell you what, Mack tools were really tough tools. I don't know if they're still the same quality these days, but back in the day, those were some tough ass tools right there.
but if you want a plumbing wrench, go back 40 years and get one, because those are damn good wrenches.
But see, there's been a couple of times though where Snap-on's been caught selling shit that Harbor Freight was selling this, like it literally was built identical down to the same specs and everything, and it came from the same factory overseas, and Snap-on put their name on it. Like with the big one that they made a big deal about was the floor jack a couple of years ago. There was a floor jack that Snap-on was selling for $600, and a bunch of mechanics found out that Harbor Freight was selling the same jack for $150. And they went over it, went over it in detail. Multiple YouTube channels did a thing on it, and there was no difference in the jack except for the one had Snap-on's name on it.
Yeah.
And they traced the jacks back to the same factory, same specs, everything. There was no difference in the jacks.
There could be a copyright infringement there somewhere.
No, it's just Snap-on sourced them from a specific supplier and had their name put on it.
Hey, Brenda.
It's one of those suppliers that sells the same product to multiple companies, and they just put each other's names on them.
You know, when I was young, and probably Joe too, Craftsman tools were sold at Sears, and they were specifically at Sears stores. And if you used to break a wrench, you'd take it in, they give you a new one.
That's what Justin just said.
Yeah.
Because up until 15 years
Sears
ago,
went out of
they
business, what, 10 years ago?
yeah.
We used to go, my dad, they would go into Sears about once every 2-3 months with a little bag of tools that they would go in and change out that the mechanics would break here and there. And they'd take them in and get replacements for everybody.
Actually,
That's what I got. I got Craftsman.
actually 2008 bought a 42-inch lawn tractor for the yard and then sold to the neighbor.
Oh,
Few
there
years
was a 2 different YouTube channels that went and bought Harbor Freight tools, and they bought Harbor Freight toolboxes, and these were diesel mechanics, and they used them as a daily box every day for like 6 months. And there was only one set of tools in the entire toolbox that they had an issue with, but they said the toolbox and all the tools worked great for that 6 months. And I think it was the screwdrivers. There was some design on the screwdrivers they didn't like.
Hey, Dominic, did you see what Jim wrote in the chat?
He's talking to you, Dominic.
Because Harbor Freight gets a lot of shit, but they do make some good, decent stuff for cheap.
Strong. Would stand. Yeah.
Jim, that
250
sounds like an elephant standing on it.
All right, I gotta jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay. Thanks for being here, Justin. You added a lot.
Okay.
People watching are fading fast.
Well,
Say, uh, anybody have any suggestions for a sound bar for a TV brands?
Bose.
Bose.
Yeah.
LG.
Depends on how much money you want to spend.
AJ,
Yeah, that's really the big question right there.
Probably 200 tubs.
You're not getting Bose.
No.
Joel will
Or
let you borrow the rest.
what's the other
Well,
one? Zonshine, is it? Or something? Zon
there's
something.
Vizio. Is that the one you're thinking of, Mark?
LG will be cheap enough.
yeah, but LG's crap.
Oh, come
LG
on.
used to be
I
good.
have it downstairs. They're really good.
I've never had any luck with LG. Yeah, I'd go with the Bose sound system personally.
Yeah, you know the
Yeah, but you're
acoustic
spending a lot
wave
more
system
than
they
that.
got. I've got the acoustic wave Bose system under my TV up there, and it plugged in coming through auxiliary. And I tell you what, when I put a movie on and I throw that thing on, man, God darn it. I use it basically for my speaker.
Now, which
And
model of Bose?
It's about 2 years old, going on 3 years old. The acoustic wave. It's the one where you
Yeah.
put the CD in and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got the
no,
radio
we
and
got
everything
that.
built into it, and it's got sound it's like you're sitting there. You put a concert like a concert on TV. It's like you're sitting there. And I bought mine. I bought mine on a I think it was a 12-month stainless cash, and it was on sale when I bought it. And it was normally $5 something. It was on sale for $3.99 or something like that.
Yeah, the neighbor has one of those. She loves it.
Oh, I love it. I don't play it enough. That's my problem. I use it for the TV. That's it.
Oh, didn't realize you could use it for a TV.
Yeah, it's just got an auxiliary in. But if I put the regular sound on it and
Yeah,
I throw a
plug
CD
anything
in it,
into it.
oh, especially if you throw a CD in it, it's like, man, God darn, it sounds better than I've ever heard before.
Yeah, because my soundbar is probably 14 years old now. So it's going.
And that's my earplugs right now. The earphones are Bose. And I got one of them that's starting to do some crackling sound in it. I'm gonna have to find out if there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, every now and then my soundbar does that crackle. Loud.
Yeah, I bet you there's no warranty. I bet you the warranty is going on it too.
Yeah, it's well past warranty. It's way.
Yeah. I don't know I gotta look at my warranty on these because they're about 2 years old. Because my chair, the one I'm in, you see how it's rocking right now? The chair is right at 2 years, and I got the extended warranty on it. And I went underneath and said, "Well, the bolts are coming loose." The bolts are in there. It's the metal part where it sits on top of the pneumatic part. It's stripped out. It's stripped out, so it's breaking. It's cracking.
Did you
So
use
I got to put it in clean.
Did you use a Discover card to purchase it?
No, but I got this through Home Depot with a warranty on it. The chair.
Because sometimes if you use a Discover card, it can double the warranty.
Oh yeah. If some do that, I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember where I bought it. The Bose. I can't remember. But the chair, I was filling out a minute ago. I was filling out the warranty on it, and it says they want me to send pictures. So I just said I'll continue it later because I got to turn it over. What I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to send them a video and show them because you can't see the damage, but you can see that it won't stay stable anymore.
Well, yeah, unless you put the camera on a tripod, how else are you going to record yourself?
No, it's I could just go underneath and take pictures of it. I'll figure it out.
Unless Paul knows of another way to do it.
I've got everything I need, but it's
Well,
like
you got handheld cameras. You could just video it.
yeah, I do it with my phone.
Put your hand underneath there. But
I couldn't figure out where the crack's at. That's the problem.
we're down to a new low of 8 people watching.
Well, that's not a low. We had 6 yesterday. That was the low.
Your call.
8 watching, 6 on the panel. That's pretty good.
What do you guys think?
What?
I'm
Oh,
happy to go
Jim.
either way.
Yeah, I can
Lucky,
smell
Jim.
my spaghetti and meatballs. So they smell
Okay.
real good. So I'm getting hungry.
Ooh,
I think you've
that
got
sounds good.
20 minutes until Captain Ray comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Ray
gives
comes
us-
on in 20 minutes. That gives you guys a break.
Yep. To go to the little boy's room and
Yeah.
powder
You,
my
you
nose.
get your snacks and go over
Hey,
and
Dominic,
watch
Uh,
Captain
Dominic.
Ray.
do not say little boy's room.
Oh, sorry. It's a terminology we use over here.
Yeah, it is over
Well,
here
it's
too.
still dangerous.
Yeah. I'll
And then if you said big boy's room, it'd be just as worse.
yeah.
JD just summed it up. JD just summed it up. Murray is basically
Yeah.
saying, leave.
It's time to go.
Joe, I'll see you in the morning, Joe.
Should.
Okay. Dominic, Andrew, hey, thanks for
Sooner or
being here.
later.
Mark, Ed,
Ed.
take care, buddy.